So today we will be particularly looking at possible breakout stars. Every World Cup has them. Certain players, more often than not, younger players putting their name um, on the map by their performances in the World Cup. So I think we each have a couple or a few, and yeah. So stick around, and yeah. So who wants to go first?
So first and foremost, from my favorites to win it, Argentina. I'm gonna go Enzo Fernandez
Hmm.
from Benfica. He
Mm.
is balling at Benfica right now. Currently not in the starting lineup for Argentina. I think it's Lososo, Paredes, and what's the guy from Atletico? DePaul. I think those are the three midfielders starting. But maybe one of them gets injured. Maybe one of them's not in the greatest form. Maybe the coach switches it up a little bit. I think we might see Enzo Fernandez ball for Argentina. 21 years old, I think 21, balling at Benfica, is going to be a big player, and this might be the tournament to get his name out to the big clubs, or at least to the average footballing fan, and be like, hey, baller over here. I think he's going to the back door.
Hey yo, I'm him. I'm
Yeah,
Baller
him.
over
that's
here.
right. That's
Baller
right.
over here.
That's right.
I'm him.
So I think he's a good shout. I like him. I'm gonna go second, and this is I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of back and forth because I have the two for the same team. Netherlands. I currently going Julian Timber from
Ooh, I like
Ajax.
that.
Currently, the Ajax fans rate him a lot, but I get you ask the average footballing fan, probably not gonna know who he is. That's
Well,
okay.
he
We're
was
gonna
linked with
find out.
United, wasn't he? What was he not linked with? Or am I tripping?
I don't know. Was he? Maybe.
Okay. I think he might have been.
They were
Anyway,
linked to a lot of players. I don't remember all of them.
sure, thanks.
But Timber is very good. They had the Licks a couple years ago. Now they have Timber. They're insane in their youth development. But Timber's going to be amazing. He's going to play. I think they're going to play Black Five. So Ake's there. Van Dijk, of course. Delict. But this guy's going to get game time. That's how good he is. He's going to get game time amongst all those other center backs, and he's going to show. He's going to show up. And I wouldn't be surprised if Ajax struggle to hold on to him. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be really hard after this tournament.
Definitely.
I'm gonna go next is Switzerland. I think Jibble So, very very good player for Eintracht Frankfurt. Frankfurt just won the Europa League last year. Jibble So was a part of that team and a good reason why. And 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 he's great. He's a great player. He's older than the other ones I mentioned. He's a little older. He's been around longer. He's playing in the top 5 league, but his name is gonna Switzerland. If they have a good tournament, he's gonna be an important reason why, and he may just get his big move that he's been waiting for. Very good player, very versatile player as well. I like him a lot. Also, I think personally, Switzerland are always a fun team to watch because they always seem to have a trick up their sleeve. Them knocking out France in the Euros was fun. That was a fun ass game.
That's right. Oh my god, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Sommer had one of the greatest games of his life. It was just insane. So
Fantastic.
Switzerland, great, and so it's going to be someone to watch. And finally, I have this one. This one was just I put it on while we were deciding, so he was kind of like at the bottom of my list. But I think Moises Caicedo is going to go from here to here.
Interesting.
I like Ecuador. I think they're a really interesting team, and I think Moises Caicedo is going to be the heartbeat of that team. And my lord, I think he's going to be fun. And he's already very good, though. That's the thing I don't like putting him in here. He's very very good, very good. But I think his status amongst other football players is gonna go up there. So those are my four that I have.
I like those. You want to go first? You want me to go first, Andres?
I'll go. Okay. So just heads up. Going into this, I had my players selected, and I told them who they were, and they immediately got shut down.
Who were they?
Now
Who were they, Andres? That's why I need to bring it up.
It was Declan Rice, and I was gonna put context being like he's gonna prove to the world that he is the best defensive midfielder in the world, but they didn't let me explain that part. But anyways, so I have a new select 3 that I have picked. So I'm gonna first start with 2 of them. I'm not too familiar with. One of them I am. So I'm gonna just go with Jude Bellingham for he plays for Dortmund. He's 19.
Okay.
He plays for England. Apparently in the Euros he didn't get a whole lot of starting time,
It's
but I think based on his form right now at Dortmund, he might start for Southgate and then he might impress. Especially if England have a rocky start in the beginning, he might chuck him in there and see what happens. So I think he might impress. And then my second is Nuno Mendes. I know he's not like a breakout star. He's already established for PSG, but I think he can do wonders for Portugal. He stepped up his game for
I like that one.
PSG.
I like Nuno
So
Mendes.
I think he
Yeah, that's a
can.
good one. Nunmenj.
Yeah, I think he can do some wonders for Portugal, especially I would say an older Portuguese side than we've seen in the previous years. So I think a little breath of fresh air. If that makes sense. Could
Mhm.
elevate the squad, especially his ability and how fast he is as a center back too. Adds levels, and he's been scoring goal. He scored 2 goals and got an assist already in League One. So I think he can help a little bit. And then
I don't
my
think he's a center back
third,
though.
huh?
He's not a center back.
What? Yes, he is.
He's left back. They don't Nunmenj
He's
is
a
left back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he plays center back for Portugal.
Does he?
Does
Oh.
he?
Oh wait, no, never mind. Take that back. You're right. Left back. My
Look
bad.
at this
My bad,
research.
G.
Look at this research.
Yeah, I read it wrong.
Read it wrong.
I saw back and I was like, oh, center back. It's left back. My bad. My bad. I checked. But and then my last one, who I kept to myself. I didn't tell them, is Matt Turner, the U.S. goalkeeper, number 1 goalkeeper.
Oh, I like
think
that.
he's gonna. He plays for Arsenal right now. Made the big move from what was it called? New York Revolution. Is that it? Something Revolution.
Yes. Yeah. No, New England. New England.
New England Revolution made that big move to Arsenal. Hasn't really played a whole lot. He's only been playing in the Europa League, but and he's done all right. But I think at the big stage, I think he's going to turn up and then establish himself as maybe a potential starting keeper somewhere in Europe. So I think he's actually going to have a really good World Cup. So and plus I'm a goalkeeper union, so I got to pick a goalkeeper somewhere. So I thought Matt Turner is a good selection. So I think he's going to do really well. And I think he's gonna have some big game against England. That's my prediction. Big game against England.
Ooh,
Big game.
Okay, I like that.
So yeah,
All right.
those are my 3.
Right.
Nice.
I like that.
I will say I don't think Jude Bellingham is exactly a. I mean, considering the fact that he would have won the Copa Trophy if it was a fair voting as well, I feel like he's already, my opinion, the best youngster in the world right now. But those other 2 I actually really like. I think those are really good shots.
I like Jude because I mean, we know what Jude can do in the Bundesliga, but I want to see him what he can do elsewhere, and against the world's best players. I think that's
but he does start for England as well. If we're being honest, like he has started for them.
Yeah,
he has, but Southgate. Who
I mean,
knows?
He's good.
Who knows
good,
what the starting 11? Really, it's Southgate.
True.
All right, so I go mine. So I got 2 Americans. I got all North Americans, actually.
2.
All North Americans here.
Okay.
Oh, damn. You picked a Canadian, didn't you?
So, number 1, I'm going with Ricardo Pepi. American striker. He transferred to Augsburg, I think, over the summer or last winter or so. Currently on loan in the Netherlands for Groningen. Killing it, by the way. I think he has 5 goals through 7 games or so. Yeah, absolutely destroying it with 1 assist. I'm pretty sure he might have gotten a different one, but yeah, he's killing it. I mean, he was killing it in the MLS, and that's one of the biggest American prospects. And then that's why Augsburg bought him, which I think was the wrong move. I think he should have stayed in MLS, but playing in the Eredivisie, which is arguably top 6, top 7 in the league, killing it over there. He's doing great. I mean, granted, he just started, and form can sometimes just be form, but yeah, he's doing fantastic. I mean, they beat PSV, and he scored in that one. Got an assist in his first game, I think, for them against Camber, which led to their win. So I think he's gonna pop off. I think with a American attack that's whatever, I think he's gonna be a bright spot with it's with Pulisic, on his side. I think it's gonna be great. I think it's solid. So I'll go Canadian. And we know how good he is. We all know how good he is. But Alphonso Davies, we know how good he is. But we haven't seen him in the World Cup, and no one really knows what he does against internationally. And
because he's always injured.
And Canada doesn't do anything internationally. But them being in the World Cup this year is fantastic. And I think him being easily the best player on Canada. I want to see what he can provide for the team. I mean, he plays at Bayern, right? And he's not the best player at Bayern, so I want to see what he does being the big name there. So I wouldn't say more so breakout, but I think he's gonna be a big part of the World Cup per se. So yeah, then another one I had last North American. It's also North American, Brendan Aaronsen, playing for Leeds right now. I don't know if you guys saw, like, he had a few little highlights against Liverpool who they just beat. Man, the way he dribbles a ball, and he's so good. In my opinion, he's really good. I love him.
Brendan Pulisic.
What? I mean, he needs time. I think he easily could be. I don't know if right. I mean,
we're about
that's
to find
another
out
debate.
this November.
That's a debate for another time.
We're about to find out this November.
We'll see who provides more. I think overall Pulisic has been better. Just we've seen, he's just provided more. But I think Brendan Aaronsen has the tools to be overall the better player when it's all said and done. His stats, the pure goals and assists, doesn't show that he's that good because he just has 1 goal, 1 assist. But that's not everything. We know that's not everything. I have some stats put up here in the past year or so. 87th percentile of like dribbles completed, 87th percentile of progressive passes, 82nd percentile, and this is all per 90, by the way, and assists, expected assists. So yeah, I mean, I think he's really good. I think he's going to show a lot of people who he is. I think he's definitely been a bright spot in a Leeds team that's been struggling as of late under their manager Marsh, right? Jesse Marsh.
Yeah.
Which I honestly, this is different. This is kind of off topic, but it's not his fault. It's the player's fault. If their players could get a shooting boot, then they'll be okay. But he's been a bright spot in a young team like that. So, so those are my players: Ricardo Pepi, Brendan Aaronsen, and Fonzie. Which I think
is the last guy going to be the Steph Curry of football too? No.
What?
No takers. Because Pulisic is the LeBron James of football. Soccer. So is he going to be the Steph Curry?
It's good when you explain it, but without context, it's like, what does that mean?
Sorry. I didn't want to interrupt you because you were saying stats. I was going to say it then, but then you continued talking.
It's okay.
So
That's okay. We'll just cut this part out. We don't want this in there.
Someone got it. If someone reached this point in the video, someone might have gotten it.
Yeah, if someone watched 16 minutes in, please comment that.
Please comment that you understood what
it's just undressed. I'm just going to comment.
I saw this. On my burner account, I'm going to be like, hey, yo, that was jokes, man.